Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here at Travel and Leisure's World's Best Summit, which has been an amazing show so far. We're only in the first day, and we're going to try to take this opportunity to talk to some of the executives attending and ask them why they're attending, and also talk a little bit about the trends going on in travel today. And my guest today is someone we've interviewed before, Gina Gabbard, who's the Chief Commercial Officer for First in Service, which is an amazing host agency, Virtuoso member. And I actually was with them in Rio for the first time for me. We had a great time down there. So we're going to talk to Gina a little bit, who actually just served as a panelist. So she knows, that's one of the reasons why she's here. And we're going to find out all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Gina, first of all, great to see you here and seeing you on the panel.
It's always great to see you, James. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so we're actually in this little studio that they created, not for me, but for People Inc. We're at the People Inc. headquarters. And Gina, let's talk a little bit about why are you here? Obviously to participate in a panel which was all on private aviation, right?
Yes, that's correct. And I have the privilege of sitting on the Travel and Leisure's Travel Advisor Board.
That's the other one I forgot, yeah.
Yes. So I'm very vested into this travel and leisure community. So whenever they ask me to do something, I do whatever I can to be here.
That's fantastic. And you can get up early in the morning and be here. It's great. Now, let's talk a little bit about, give us an update on First in Service, although it just was only a few months ago that I was with you. But, I know you're expanding into other countries now, for example, right?
We are. Well, this year is a very important milestone in the history of First in Service. It was our 35th birthday in March.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So it's great to still be a family-owned business with our co-founders still at the helm. So Fernando Gonzalez, of course, is still our CEO, with his sister Erica as our chairwoman. But this has also been an exciting year because, as you mentioned, we have grown into other countries. So we've been now in Mexico for a little over 2 years, and we just became Virtuoso for LATAM. So that was a big...
You were Virtuoso for the rest of it, but this is just for Latin American part of it, right?
Yes, that's correct. So, every country that we're in, we have to have our own membership. So it was very good for us to be able to get into Virtuoso for the LATAM market. And so the advisors are very excited about that.
So that's a great update. So you were expanding globally. Let's talk a little bit about what are your major focuses of sales for First in Service today?
So we actually have 3 main verticals that we're in. So corporate, which of course was the mainstay of the company when it started 35 years ago. But where we've seen the greatest growth has been in high-end leisure and then in our entertainment sector. So where we've really see the future of the business is definitely in the entertainment market as well as the high-end leisure.
No, and I found that out last when we were all in Rio together. Now, what's going on this year? How are sales in various of the verticals? How are sales in hotels, cruises? What are you seeing? It's been a kind of crazy year. A lot of geopolitical turmoil, a lot of up and down, a lot of price increases in many cases, fuel increases. What is First in Service seeing for this year and beyond?
It's a great question. We actually just surveyed all of our advisors globally to ask them what were they seeing, because we see the numbers are holding steady, but what does that actually mean? Mm-hmm. What's been really interesting is that first and foremost, there really isn't a booking window. We're seeing, big bookings for next week. And then you're also seeing things booking out very far in advance, even into 2027. So that's been something that we continue to see. People are still traveling for the most part. We recently...
You're not seeing any price concerns, especially in the luxury end, right?
No. People still want value. Even if you are spending a lot of money, you want value for the dollar that you're spending. So what we are seeing is that people may be looking at other destinations, but they're still going. Mm-hmm. With the current conflict, the geopolitical conflict that we're, continuing to be under now, where we've certainly, obviously, have seen a shift from the Middle East, but people are still going to Europe. And matter of fact, going to Europe in droves, even in this,
I thought, I guess it was the luxury market are not going to be as versed to airfares and things like that. So you're not seeing that. You just got off a whole panel on private aviation, so they're taking private jets to Europe.
They are. Yes, and in many cases, absolutely. So, but we're definitely still seeing the high demand for the front of the cabin. So people want to be able to go in as luxurious way as they can.
Absolutely. Well, I'm hopefully heading to Europe next week, so we'll see what happens there. But now, what does the future hold for First and Service? You're expanding globally. You're growing the entire group. I don't know, how many advisors do you have within the network now?
Well, from a principal, we always look at our principal advisors.
Right.
Those are the ICs themselves. We are still very boutique. And that continues to be our philosophy,
Right.
is to provide very good service to those that are within our community. So right now, we're hovering around 150. And then with their larger staff, we're still over about 250 total people. And then with our staff, it's a little over 300 people within the organization. But when we look for the future, there's a few things that we're doubling down on. We continue to look at our model to see how can we help support our advisors in the best way possible. As advisors are coming into the business, what are the tools, what's the technology that they need to be able to support them as we go into this next phase into travel. We're also really doubling down on how we can use AI from a productivity standpoint.
Oh, you're getting that AI in there. Okay.
Absolutely, James. And recently,
And what's your answer? How can you?
well, it's interesting because recently at Virtuoso Symposium, their guest speaker Gilad talked about the fact that AI belongs in the boardroom. And so it belongs with the leadership team. And so our leadership team has actually been going through a month-long deep dive with a consultant on how we will use AI in the very near future for our advisors, for our staff, to make everyone more productive. So more to come on that. Maybe you and I can have another little chat when
I'm
we
sure.
come to come out with our plan.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure I'll see you at Virtuoso Travel Week, and then hopefully next year at your big meeting. I don't know, where is that next year? We know.
It's going to be in Colombia.
No. Oh yeah, I did know that. I forgot it. Well, that's always very interesting, and I still haven't gotten to Colombia, although I may go soon. We'll see what happens. But if I don't, I'm gonna be happy to go first with you guys. Anyway, anything else you'd like to tell all of our travel advisors out there about First and Service and about what you see today?
Well, at First and Service, we believe in our travel advisors. We believe in those who value service, who value community, who really want to be able to pick up the phone and call the CEO or call myself, call those who...
It is a family, right?
It is a family, and now it's an extended family with myself and a couple of others that have come into the organization. But we are truly here to serve our advisors and ensure that they have all the tools and the support that they need to be able to be successful. Because as I learned many years ago, they are only as good as the last favor to their client.
This is true. Gina, I want to thank you for spending some time with us here at the Travel and Leisure Best Summit, which is really, it's the first time I've been here. It's interesting. And you did a great job on the panel with private aviation, so congratulations. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. We got another day and a half to go.
Yes, we do, and same to you. Thank you, Jim.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.